Well, I bought an elephant gun. Let's test this thing out, and then we're gonna take it rabbit hunting, so stay tuned. And this is quite certainly not your average big game gun. If you look closely, it's a muzzleloader. This is probably the classic style of double rifle that was used in the big game hunting of Africa before the cartridge was invented. And this thing is a monster. And that is the chunk of lead we're shooting. 550 grain, 72 caliber lead round ball. This is massive. I mean, you could throw that at a rabbit and kill it. We're gonna do a lot more than that. This is the 72 caliber Kodiak Express. It's pretty fancy. It's got some nice engraving there. My whole life, I've always wanted a double rifle for big game, and we finally got one. And it was not cheap, guys. Check out the sights there. It's got some nice fine sights on it. Let's take some practice shots with it here, and then we're gonna head out hunting. See if we can make us some dinner here at the homestead with this gigantic double rifle. All right, first goes the powder. I'm using a pretty insane amount of powder compared to what we're used to. I don't think I can legally say exactly what load I'm using because I'm using way more powder than they recommend. And this thing is probably gonna kick. I'm not a big guy. I weigh 120 on a good day. Man, that's a big old hunk of lead. I cannot get over how big this is. That's how you can always tell it's seated when you get that good bounce there. And you really definitely got to make sure these things are seated because they could blow up, and that would be pretty catastrophic. All right, now we got to put some caps on. Got some Magnum caps here. All right, and just like that, we're loaded up. Definitely no speedy reloads with this thing. On a charging big game animal, you shoot your 2 shots with this as he's coming in hot, and you throw it and run because there's no reloading in the moment here. Today we're gonna take it hunting for probably the least dangerous game around, the rabbit. All right, let's shoot this thing. I'm scared. Look at the barrel. It's massive. Looks like a shotgun, but it's rifled. Hearing protection on. Gotta protect that hearing. It's one of the most important assets you've got. All right, if you look right there, I've got a box with a target on it. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh my gosh. I think I have a concussion from that recoil. Jeez. Wow. Now that was an adrenaline rush. Let's go see where we hit. All right. So at about 20 yards here, I shot probably 9 inches high, but dead on. So that is actually perfect. Because once you get out past maybe 30 or 40 yards, that 72 caliber ball is gonna drop like a rock. It's gonna really drop fast. So this is definitely not a long range gun, but for close range, dangerous game like these things were designed for, it'll definitely get the job done. And this is a big animal stopper. Man, this thing's sweet. Let's shoot it one more time I'm gonna shoot a little bit farther and then we're gonna head out hunting. All right, I placed it out there quite a bit farther. I'm gonna back up a little here too. Pretty much doubled our range there. You've really gotta lean into these big guns like this so they don't knock you down. This is a lot of gun for me. Oh. And that one looks like it went right in the bullseye. Ramrod slid loose, but I reckon that's good enough to go hunting. Y'all think this thing's gonna be strong enough to kill a big old jackrabbit or a cottontail? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, let's get it loaded back up real quick. These little tubes here preloaded with powder really are handy. Oh yeah, and if you look, there's a Aldad head right there. I just got him with this, so maybe you're seeing this video before that one, but this thing did the job on that giant Aldad. I just cannot get over the size of this round ball. It's almost comical. It's funny it's so big. And this thing's surprisingly accurate. It's shooting quite well. Man, it is a chore reloading these things. This is what the early British hunters in Africa would have used for dangerous game, with probably about the same load of powder I'm about to use on a rabbit. Making sure they're seated well here. All right, both caps are on. We're ready to rock. My grandpa just arrived here at the homestead. Did you hear me shooting?
Yeah, I did. It rattled the windows.
That thing makes like an earthquake every time I shoot. Let's go see what we can find for dinner. I think I have a slight concussion from shooting this thing. When I shot it this morning at that Aoudad, I didn't even feel the kick, but I felt it that time. I'm probably gonna try and go for a headshot on the rabbits, but honestly, it shouldn't do that much damage to the meat. This thing is just designed for deep penetration, so it'll probably just blow right through them. We're gonna find out. Man, it just feels right. Walking around with a double rifle over your shoulder like this. It's a hard feeling to explain, but it's a good one. Beautiful afternoon out here on the homestead. Should be some rabbits moving. My grandpa said I just need to hit close to them and it should do the job. I don't even think I need to hit them dead on. I think he's right. Even if I shoot below them, it'll probably throw the rocks up on them and do the job. Definitely the biggest hunk of lead I've ever shot. And we're out chasing rabbits. Imagine that. And you might be wondering, why the heck would you go rabbit hunting with that? Well, because this is America and it's the land of the free, and I can. Man, it's super still out here this afternoon. I might have scared all the animals away within a couple miles of the cabin. That was a big old boom. I always wanted a double rifle, and I figured I would get one that was a muzzleloader. I honestly might be able to load this barrel with shot. It's got rifling, but it's kind of thin rifling. I think out to 20 yards or so, it'll probably work with shot on rabbits and quail. But we'll probably give that a try in a different video, actually. That should be more effective for small game than this giant round ball. You can get conicals for these, and I think they're dang near 1,000 grains, which is a massive, massive chunk of lead. I've got a deer feeder just down the road from me here. I think if we sit here real quiet, there'll be some rabbits come out to eat around it this afternoon here in the road. It's probably our best bet at getting close to one. Oh man, guys, if that Aoudad video doesn't go up before this one, just know this thing put a wallop on him. I don't know which of these videos will make it up first, but that old Aoudad was probably the greatest hunt of my life. I hunted him for a month straight, and we finally got it done. Those things are smart. I think the craziest thing about it is, in America, they just ship these straight to your door. I didn't even have to sign for this. The Postal Service dude just dropped it off on the front step. How crazy is that? This was pretty much the absolute cheapest double rifle I could find. A decent, fancy double rifle, not even a high-end one, is probably $20,000 to $25,000. So double rifles are not cheap. And I think I'm about to buy another one, honestly. These things are awesome. All right, I'm tired of waiting. Let's keep walking. I don't have any patience. There's too many rabbits on this place to just sit in one spot. Just gotta move real slow, scanning every little bush, because they can just sit real still and you'd walk right by them and never know it. Man, I really love hunting rabbits. Probably my favorite thing to hunt. I'll take small game hunting over big game hunting any day. Speaking of small game, they're going to covey a quail. If I'd had shot in this, we probably could have got one. I just don't know if the little bit of rifling is going to cause the shot to make a hole in the center. I know I've had that same scenario with 22s and rat shot that are rifled, so I assume this thing's going to do the same thing but on a bigger scale. But only one way to find out. We're gonna have to shoot it and try. This is definitely the magic hour when all the rabbits come out of their dens. We should come across one here shortly. I think regardless of whether we get anything on this wackabout or not, my grandpa's got steaks cooking at the cabin, so that's always nice. And I told him I was gonna bring us a rabbit back to cook. Some ideal rabbit habitat right here. Lots of thorny bushes for them to hide in. I've been pretty sick again. I haven't eaten really much in about 3 days, so on the days when I can get out of the cabin, I'm gonna be out here hunting and filming. But if the videos get a little more sparse, it means my condition deteriorated a little bit. There's been a black buck antelope living over in this area here. Maybe we'll jump him. And that's one crazy thing about West Texas. You just never know what you're gonna come across out here. There's all kinds of exotic wildlife just free ranging. Man, look at all these tracks right here. Whoa, that's a big set of tracks. I don't know exactly what that was. After big rains like we've been having, I always find tons and tons of arrowheads out here. All right, I'm gonna start working our way back to the cabin. There's always more rabbits around there than anywhere. Probably gonna be dark by the time we get there. Luckily, I don't think I'll be scared of the dark carrying this big old thing. Since I've been sick with this mystery illness, man, I could be in the house in town, but I'd much rather be sick stuck out here than sick stuck in a town. I mean, I'd be an hour closer to a hospital, but I think I'm a lot better off out here. Nature has to have at least some kind of curing power at least, huh? I see a rabbit up ahead in the road. He's a good ways up there, but we should be able to get in on him. Let's see if we can move in and get a shot. He should be right here somewhere. There he is. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just got a rabbit with the elephant gun. I thought I missed. When I pulled the trigger and the smoke cleared, he vanished out of view, but oh my goodness, I think that just vaporized him. Yeah, I did not miss. Guys, yeah, I might have been wrong about this thing destroying meat. We lost some meat here. Now I'm gonna put this in black and white so I don't get it taken down. But there's what's left of the rabbit. Look at that. Maybe if I just show that side of him, I can show this in color. 72 caliber Kodiak Express for dangerous game. And we just knocked the heck out of this rabbit. Well, there's still plenty of meat left on him. We're gonna take him back and finish skinning him. I mean, he's at least half skinned already. Let's go show him to my pappy and see what he says. Hey, did you hear me shoot?
Yeah, it sounded like you standing right outside the door.
Look what I got.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, we better still cook the steaks, but we still got an appetizer here at least. I actually haven't even shown this gun yet to my grandpa. What do you think? Here.
Oh, that's a pretty gun. Goodness, it's heavy.
That's what the great white hunters used in Africa, the early ones.
Well, I guess if they couldn't kill him with the first shot or the second shot, they had to beat it over the head with it.
Yeah, because there's no reloading this thing in a hurry. Whew.
Goodness, half of him's gone.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I figured it would just blow right on through him, but I was wrong. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. That Aoudad video should be up in the next couple days if it's not already, but don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. I gotta shoot this thing one more time to get that other bullet out before we clean it. Wow.